want you to picture going to the store with your friend to buy a pair of skis. You guys are both going to buy a pair of skis, but your intentions are very different. You have been learning how to ski on a beginner pair of skis, and you know it's time to upgrade because you have advanced past the point where the skis ski well for you. You need a ski that's better fit to your experience level. This purchase is based in making your memories and experiences better in the future, which will bring you more joy, ultimately. Your friend has a great pair of skis. They ski awesome, and he loves them. But he wants a pair of skis that will make him seem cooler. Whose purchase do you think is better? I would argue that your purchase is better because you had the right mindset. Your mindset was focused on experience. Experience is anything that will leave you with a lasting memory. And having the right mindset, focusing on making everything an experience, will vastly change your life. Through my research and life experience, I've learned that investing your time and money to gain experiences and not material items is far more valuable. This is due to three things. Experiences bring you more joy, create lasting memories, and shape who you are as a person. To begin, getting a new material item and experiencing something can both bring you joy. However, in the long run, an experience will bring you a lot more joy. I'd like you to think about the phone that's in your pocket right now. Think about the first time you got it. Maybe as a gift, maybe it was you saved up your money to buy it. Regardless, you're probably pretty stoked when you got it. You probably tried out all the new apps, the features, took some pictures with the camera. And you were proud to have it in your pocket. But quickly, maybe weeks or even days later, that pride quickly began to fade. And now it's just a background character in your life. You don't feel the pride of carrying around that phone anymore. Now let's look at a trip. If you were to take that same money you spent on the phone, on the new phone, on a trip, maybe go on an adventure or go somewhere with your friends, that trip might not go exactly how you planned, but you will take stories and memories from that trip and think about them forever and be able to talk about them forever. When looking at these two experiences, I think it's pretty clear that one brings you more joy than the other in the long run. For one, the anticipation of a material thing versus an experience. According to James Hamlin in an article entitled Buy Experiences Not Things from 2014, people waiting for experiences tend to show better moods than people waiting for material items. This is due to a lot of reasons, but primarily it's due to the fact that when you're waiting for a material item, you pretty much know exactly what you're going to get. So it turns into a give it to me now mindset, and you feel more angsty versus excited or optimistic. Whereas a trip, there's so many different ways that the trip could pan out. So you waiting for that trip ultimately is ultimately fun because you get to ponder if the trip's going to go well, going to go bad, what things are going to happen to you, and ultimately it's more optimistic and fun. Also, it brings you more joy because you feel less comparison with others when it comes to experiences. Material items throughout our culture are used to compare people to each other, who's got the nicer house, who's got the nicer car, etc., to establish a social status. But experiences are unique. Experiences only you can have. They're like a snowflake. They're one of a kind because your point of view from an experience is like no other one. And in that way, they can't be compared to each other. As a result, experiences bring you a lot more joy in the long run. But they also help create long-lasting memories. For example, memories stick with you forever. I want you to think about yourself on the deathbed. What are you going to be thinking about? It's not going to be the iPhone you pre-ordered or the new car you got. It's going to be special experiences you had with your friends and family. The only way to have those memories is by investing time and money into experiences with those people. Additionally, memories bring us together. According to Jay Caruso in an article entitled The Science of Why You Should Spend Your Money on Experiences from 2015, we consume experiences directly with other people, and after they're gone, they're part of the stories that we tell to one another. When we share stories and memories with people, it creates a bond that transcends anything that material items could possibly, in a way that material items could never bring us together. when you sit down and share stories about a trip you took with your friends. I like to use this as an example. I went to Moab with my friends over break, or a couple of weeks ago, and I will remember these memories forever. And some of the greatest times of my life are sitting down and talking about the stories from trips like this with my friends and kind of reliving the joy, which shows just how long-lasting the memories can be. So additionally, or a final point on that is, some people may think that bad memories are not as valuable as material things because they're bad, right? But I would argue the opposite. I would argue that a bad memory is one of the most valuable experiences that you can have. Making a mistake or having a bad memory can teach us a variety of lessons that can help us in the future when we face the same experience to make the correct choice instead of the wrong choice, to help prevent us from facing future pain. Additionally, it helps give us strength to draw on tough times. When you face a tough experience in your life, you gain strength, and the memory from that experience you can use the strength that you had in the past to help carry you through tough experiences in the future. As a result, memories of all forms are valuable things you can only get from experience. However, these valuable experiences can also help you make you a more well-rounded person. For one, people are the sum of their experiences. According to Isla Posen in a study from a Forbes article, The Secret to Happiness, published in 2016, people who equate themselves to experiences are far more happy than people who put values in material goods. This is because experiences are what truly make us up. The things you experience are who you are. They're your identity. But the material things, some people try to draw their identity from that, the car they own, the phone they have, or whatever. But at the end of the day, those things are tangible, and they can go away like this. But your experiences and memories stick with you forever. Additionally, it makes you a more well-rounded person because you get to learn about new cultures. I would argue that culture is one of the most interesting things you can learn about. You can learn about new food, the way people dress, etc. And you don't even have to travel that far to get a new culture. New cultures are everywhere, within different parts of the city, different parts of your state. And I think learning about that allows us to connect to people in ways that we couldn't before. Also, it allows us to respect people's culture and identity in a growing world where we constantly need to interact with people with different backgrounds than us. It's very important that we're able to respect other people's cultures and be able to interact with them. Lastly, I'd like to talk about learning new skills. Learning new skills helps you in a variety of ways. They stick with you forever, and also they help give you the confidence you never thought you had. I'd like to speak on my experience. These are some pictures of me as a zipline guide. I worked as a zipline guide last summer. Some of the most valuable experiences for me in that situation was watching people who had fear of heights kind of get to overcome that. They'd stand on top of the first platform just trembling, and after minutes of convincing, they'd finally get the courage to take that first step off the platform and get to experience ziplining for the first time. And a lot of the time, those people were the people that had the most fun throughout the whole trip. And that's because they were able to use that experience and overcome their fear. And they knew they would be able to draw on that experience of overcoming their fear in their future to help overcome experiences where they need to overcome their fear later in their life. Additionally, learning new skills is a great way to gain a new hobby. New hobby gets you new friends, and it's a great, healthy way to spend your time and get rid of some of the stress that happens in your life. To conclude, investing your resources into experiences and not material items is far more valuable to your life. This is because it brings you more joy in the long run, creates memories that last forever, and makes you a more well-rounded person. Life is short, and experiences are the only thing that truly matter in the end. As a result, I'd like to challenge everyone to go out and experience something new today. Thank you.